It began on a cold winter morning in rural Alberta, Canada. A golden brown mixed breed dog, about 2 years old, was first spotted pacing near a rundown gas station off Route 93. The clerks assumed he belonged to one of the many truckers passing through, perhaps someone on a long haul who had stepped inside for a coffee. But as the hours passed and the dog remained head low, scanning every face, it became clear he was waiting. Nobody knew his name, so the station staff called him Rusty. He refused food from strangers but stayed nearby, always hovering near the pumps with the edge of the parking lot, tail twitching whenever a car approached. At night, he curled up behind a storage shed, sheltered only by a stack of old tires. As the weeks turned to months, and months into years, Rusty became part of the gas station's strange folklore. Local mechanics would leave scraps of meat near his resting place. One cashier, a soft-spoken woman named Jody, began bringing extra blankets in winter. A few people tried to catch him, worried for his safety, but he always slipped away, not aggressive, just determined. It was as if Rusty knew someone was coming back. By year 3, Rusty's legend had spread across the province. Someone made a Facebook page. A local news outlet ran a small segment. The gas station ghost dog. They called him Tourist Steeter just to catch a glimpse. Still, he never let anyone close. And still, he waited. People speculated. Maybe his owner died on the road. Maybe he was abandoned during a move. Maybe he was just lost and never found his way home. No one could prove anything. But the truth was far more haunting. On the 9th anniversary of Rusty's first appearance, a woman named Dana Vaughn pulled into the station in a dusty silver Subaru. She looked worn down, travel-stressed. She walked into the store and asked something strange. "Is there still a dog here?" The cashier blinked. "Rusty, yeah, he's out back, I think." The woman frowned, her eyes filled with tears. She whispered, "He waited." Dana had been a long-haul trucker back in 2014. Divorced and traveling constantly, she had one companion, a stray puppy she'd rescued near the Canadian border. She named him Rusty. They were inseparable. He rode with her everywhere, head out the window, tail wagging at every way station. Then came the accident. Dana crashed her rig during a blizzard just 20 miles from the station. She was airlifted with a spinal injury and lapsed into a coma for 5 months. By the time she awoke, no one knew where the dog had gone. Her life fell apart. Months of rehab, bills, homelessness. She assumed Rusty had died that night. She never imagined he had returned to the last place they were together and stayed. When Dana stepped outside, Rusty was lying by the tire stack, muzzle malgrade, body leaner, but still unmistakably him. He looked up. For the first time in 9 years, he wagged his tail and stood. He didn't run. He walked slowly toward her, as if to say, "You took too long, but I knew you'd come." And when Dana dropped to her knees and whispered his name, Rusty rested his head against her chest. They drove away together that night, back into the wide road where it all began, but this time, together.